Can deny the success of Days of Our Lives. And today it's a real pleasure to welcome to Australia one of the hottest actors in a long-time running daytime soap, Stephen Patch Nichols.
Welcome, Stephen. Thank you. Welcome to Australia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, the series has been going for nearly 26 years in America.
That's right.
How has it managed to hang on and be so successful for so long?
It's a soap opera.
Yeah.
You know, they have a formula, you know. They know how to suck people in and get them interested in character.
It
It's
really
so
is.
true,
It is the
isn't
king
it?
of all soap operas, isn't it, Days of Our Lives?
Well, I believe it is here. There are others that have been on just as long, some of
Yeah.
the New York soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I've just worked out who would have made the most money out of Days of Our Lives. The guy who wrote the theme
Absolutely.
every day for 26
Well,
years.
guess who owns the rights to that? The producer of the show.
Does
He's a
he?
musician. Yes, Ken Corday.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee, that's handy, isn't
That
it?
was very,
That's handy.
very smart
It's a
move.
smart move. Now, how did you get into Days of Our Lives? How did you get the role as Patch?
Well, I was just kicking around Los Angeles, you know, like any other actor, walking the streets, and a casting director named Doris Saba was familiar with my work on stage. I'd done a few plays, and she cast me in a episode of Crazy Like a Fox with Jack Warden,
Oh, yeah.
and then an episode of T.J. Hooker. And one day I got a call. She said, "Go to work tomorrow. You're going to be this crazy guy with a patch. He's insane. He's just a bad guy. They're going to kill you in 2 months. Goodbye." And I went to work, and it worked into something bigger than just a couple of months.
Do they keep you on in response to people writing in and saying, we really like that character?
Yeah, they do. They do take polls and of intensity. If people feel something toward you, whether it's love or hate, if they feel intensely, they keep you on the show.
So if you want to keep going, it's like me, like me.
Where do they do Days of Our Lives? In a studio? Which studio are they doing it?
Yeah, it's at NBC Burbank
NBC,
right now, where
yeah.
they do Carson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's it set up all the time? You just go in every day and...
Right now it's on 2 giant sound stages, stages 2 and 4. And they have this every night. They tear down what they don't need for the next day, and they put up the new sets. And every day, an hour show is done.
Is it true that they, if you make a mistake, you keep going?
Well, no, that was in the days of live television. This certainly isn't live. If you really flub up badly, you have to.
Now, it used to be live, did it?
Oh yeah.
Originally.
Yeah, sure.
Gee, that'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
I think so.
As an actor?
Yeah. Yeah. The people say in the old days they would say things like hypodemic nerdle. You know, and you'd have to let it go.
Actually,
I suppose it's human, isn't it?
I just think you were saying you're just walking around Hollywood out of work like a lot of actors. You must be so grateful you got the break, because there must be so much talent around that just can't get a break.
Absolutely. I'm always very grateful. I have to remember where I came from, because there are a lot of actors and a lot of very talented actors, and there is an element of luck. You know, you have to have the talent to back it up once you get the job,
right.
but there is an element of luck in getting the work, you know, and I'm very grateful.
Wasn't there a stage when you were studying to become a monk?
Yes, there was. You want me to tell you about that?
Silence now.
I'm waiting.
Silence.
I was wondering.
You say monk and I go there.
I was thinking, if I don't say anything, you might tell me why.
Yeah, well, no, I was, when I originally came to Los Angeles, I was planning to be a monk. That was my mission in life. And after 3 years of celibacy, I decided against it. I felt that I just didn't have the makeup to give my life to a life of celibacy.
Oh, you mean a Roman Catholic monk?
No, it was an organization called Self-Realization Fellowship. It's sort of a mixture of Eastern and Western religion.
Oh, I see.
There's a lot of meditation and no dogma.
Yeah.
And I'm still practicing meditation. My kids go to Sunday school there. And it's
Yeah, a lot of people swear by meditation, don't they? That it is very, very good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people, even in Australia, in this business, who do it and say it just helps you so much.
More and more people are getting involved in some type of spiritual quest, which involves just going within. You know?
Well, it must be such a great thing for you when you've had a really stressful day, doing a program like Days of Our Lives, which is constant, to be able to just remove yourself, even if you're in the middle of a...
Oh yeah, it's also good for the work, because what you need to do to be an actor is you need to be centered, you need to have concentration, you need to be relaxed.
Yeah.
And always I would sit down before going on stage and just take those few moments and get centered, and it makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. And it keeps your feet on the ground too. You don't sort of get carried away with your success in it. It keeps you very normal, doesn't it?
No, in Australia, fans, I have to say this, because occasionally I do get a chance to see the program, fans will know that you finally wed your long-term love, Kayla.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long?
Well, that's part of the formula of soap opera.
Yeah.
That's why people watch for 25 years, because they drag everything out so long.
Oh, it's torturous.
Yeah, they drag it out.
You were actually engaged for about 4 years to it, weren't you?
Yeah, I think
The romance was about 4 years, yeah.
Shall we have a look at the famous... You probably haven't seen this, Ernie.
No, I did, because the
I
girls...
haven't seen this in
The
years.
girls at work got me up. We all watched this up in the boss's office. Have a look.
You can go ahead now. I, Kayla,
I, Kayla,
Steve and Kayla have given themselves to each other. The pledging of their vows, the exchanging of their rings, and the joining of their hands. I therefore promise that they are man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
And I remember now, you started all running and dancing all around that area, didn't you? You got all excited and all that. I remember you going like that. And all that.
You mean in the marina?
Yeah, I remember the wedding now, because all the girls at work would come up and watch us.
There was a lot of dancing that day.
Yeah.
What was the reaction when that happened, when the wedding happened?
Well, people were thrilled, you know.
How many people tuned in? Was it big?
It was really big. The show was actually #1 in the ratings for 2 weeks around the wedding for the first time in 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really big.
Well, you're still in it for another 3 years in Australia, aren't you?
Yeah.
But we can't tell what happens, can we? Actually, because it'll ruin it all.
Well, you know, quite frankly, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
You know,
Well, that's a great answer. Now you're going to be mobbed by women wherever you walk around Australia. You realise that? Do
Oh,
you?
that's all right.
I have that problem too.
Yeah, you know about that, Ernie.
Do you think I look like Tom Cruise?
You do. You look like a very well-aged Tom.
He looks more like Tom when he's got a T-shirt and jeans on, he's riding a motorbike.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a
Yeah.
jet in the background.
Have you got
Yeah,
anything?
very cool.
What have you got coming up? You got any movies or anything coming up?
Well, Soap Dish is coming out.
Yeah.
It's actually opened in America.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
with Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg, Kevin Kline, Sally Field, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
It's a big hit in America. It's very funny.
Yeah.
It's a comedy, over-the-top comedy
Yeah, I look
about
forward to
the
seeing it.
workings of a soap opera.
And also, we'd like to thank very much TV Soap for allowing you to come on the show today. They've brought you out to Australia for 3 days.
Yes.
You can have a busy, hectic 3 days and then go and have a good break somewhere. We won't say where. Just want you to have a good holiday. And thanks a million for coming in
Thanks a
today,
lot.
Stephen. Lovely to meet you. Stephen. That was terrific. Thanks, Stephen.